Let's chat about our Pampered Chef electric pop and stir. So it's super duper easy to assemble and various different pieces here, but it's easy to figure out. And I love how the cord is wrapped underneath on the base for easy storage. And because you know how it is with a bunch of cords in the cabinet. Um, and then, yeah, you just plug it in and you have the heating tray fits right in there. And that tray comes out for easy cleaning, which you'll see when we make popcorn or when you're making candied nuts. So here we go with half a cup of popcorn. And then you'll want to add 2 tablespoons of oil. And I prefer using coconut oil. And I like to use our small cookie scoop to measure those scoops. The smallest is 1 tablespoon, and they're in tablespoon increments. Now we just set the dome over the popcorn popper. And we're going to turn it to pop. Let it do its thing. Now it can take up to 5 minutes. You'll see the coconut oil is going to start to melt. And now this top, we take that off, which I forgot to do it at the very beginning. But take that off and you have a place to lay pats of butter. You want to do small pieces of butter and it can drip. It's going to melt and then it'll drip down in the popcorn popper and you can have buttered popcorn right there as you're making it. So this is optional. You don't have to add more butter. It's great with just the coconut oil, but it does add a lovely taste because, I mean, who doesn't love butter? And if for some reason when you are done popping and it still has a little bit of butter on there, just take your scraper and push it in. All right, now this was just at 4 minutes. When you can hear like 3 seconds between the kernels popping, then you know it's going to be done or real close to done. And all these instructions come in the pamphlet with the popcorn popper too. So a little bit of extra butter left up there, push it down through, and now we're going to put that blue cap back on there. You'll see which direction those little arrows on there help you remember of which direction to put it to hold into it. And now you're going to use that dome as your popcorn bowl. So be careful, don't burn yourself. I used the little microwave grips here, and then I was like, well, that's kind of awkward. So I actually flipped it without. Those handles aren't hot, but the pan will be hot. That tray pan will be hot. So be careful. So here again, you can take a look at how you flip right there. And that tray really didn't have much of anything on there. It's dishwasher safe too. That tray can go right in the dishwasher. But there's your bowl of popcorn. And now season it with your choice of seasoning. I love seasoning salt on mine. So I gave it a little stir just to make sure that if there was still some butter in there that needed to get around. So this is actually my homemade seasoning salt. So just put it in a recycled bottle. I know I'm really good at that. So the seasoning salt recipe is on my website. All right, now to take it apart for that easy cleaning. Now, I just ran it under hot water and gave it a swipe, and it was clean, but you could put it in the dishwasher. Here are some other Pampered Chef flavors that you can use. Well, how fun was that? Now let's move on to making some candied nuts. Okay, so here we are, gonna assemble it again. Just wipe down the tray. You might need to let it cool off a little bit, so you don't burn yourself, but it actually cooled down fairly quick. And then you're going to, I chose almonds. You could do pecans. And again, the guide is very helpful on what you can use. Okay, so in the previous video that you just seen, you've seen them make the candied nuts with real sugar. So here, my outcome is a little different because I'm using a sugar substitute of monk fruit. So their almonds had a real sandy look to them, which is what you want. So if you're doing a sugar substitute, I would not recommend something like stevia because obviously there's not much there. So I chose monk fruit so that way I could still have the amount, the quantity of of the sugar because monk fruit measures the same as sugar. So sugar, vanilla, a little bit of water, cinnamon, and salt, and we turn it on and let it mix. So here you can see everything. Um, you can spread it out a little bit if you want to, but again, I usually I'm close by somewhere, so I can keep an eye on it and use a spatula to spread it out if needed. Although if you're using regular sugar, you don't need to do that. It's more so because of using the sugar substitute. And so even though it's not sandy candied pecans like they have in their demo, I still wanted you to see what it would look like. And they have all the instructions in the pamphlet, which makes it super easy um, to make. Anyone can make this. And um, on the back side of this pamphlet is the popcorn. So let me show you what it turned out to be. And you can actually like it's when I took these almonds off with that liquid, you could just go ahead and put some more almonds on there. So I didn't like dump it onto my parchment paper. I took the scraper and I pushed them out of the liquid onto the parchment. And it only took like maybe 10 minutes for them to dry and be completely crunchy. And oh my goodness, it smelled the house so nice, like cinnamon rolls. My kids thought I was making cinnamon rolls, and I was doing this close to bedtime, and they were like, "Mom, what are you doing making cinnamon rolls?" And I was like, "No, it's candied almonds." So, you know that lovely smell at the fair, or you walk into a store and they have candied nuts? This is like that. Another quick peek of the almonds made with real sugar and the sandy texture. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to comment, like, and share. See you next time.